We're here today to do the same thing, to remind Sacramento where the decisions are being made. The decisions made on your future, the decisions made on this university's future, the decisions made on students and children's futures throughout the state of California, that the best economic decisions that they could make in the state assembly and in the state senate have to do with how they're investing in you and how they're investing in the children of the state of California. So thank you all for coming up. We've got a slew of speakers that are going to come up and share their experiences with you and share what they're thinking about these cuts, and then we'll finish strong. But we need you to fill out cards. We need you to do not let our legislators off the hook. Do not let them off the hook on making the right decisions for the future of this university, the future of our students, children, and the state of California. Now, I'd like to introduce you to Christopher Chavez. He is your Vice President of your ASI. Chris?
Students, faculty, staff, administration, and friends, welcome to our battle. Though we may have clouds over our head, any day in which we can come together and fight for a great cause is a great day. We are here today to fight for the future of California, to fight for the future of the CSU, and most importantly, fight for our future. To start us off today, I want to introduce a great friend and amazing student leader. Please give a huge beach welcome for our favorite communications major, entrepreneur minor, and graduating on-time senior, ASI President Aaron Swetland.
Thank you so much. I want to thank you so much for coming out here today in the midst of finals and projects and December crunch. When we're all feeling it here today, it is so important that we remember what we're doing here and why we're coming to school. We as students are the product of higher education. That's why we're here. We're coming to get a quality education so that we can go back into the workforce, work hard, and contribute back to society, contribute back to California's economy. These budget cuts directly impact students in every way, and it is so important that we come together and remember how these budget cuts are going to impact us, or it's just going to keep continuing year after year after year. There's twofold concerns that students have right now. One is for students here already in the CSU system. The second concern is for students who have not yet been able to enter the CSU system, who are being denied access right now as we speak. For students who are already here, we're feeling it in several different ways. These are ways that 3 years ago I wouldn't have even realized that budget cuts affected us this way, but this is why that we're feeling it the way that we are. Increased class sizes. None of us can get into our classes. We see the waiting list. We see students lined up on the first day of classes. We see students sitting on the floors in some of our classes. There's not enough room. We are impacted here as we speak. We're not being fully funded. Our summer school classes have been cut. They've been cut last year. They're going to be cut again this year. And students, we really rely on these summer school classes to be able to move on, to be able to graduate in time. So without funding, fully funding the CSU system, the legislature is really affecting our time to graduation. Tuition has increased substantially in the last 5 years. I've talked to several students who say with the time that they've been in school since they were freshmen, it's almost doubled. It's being expected to increase 10% every single year for the next 5 years. And that's not the agreement that the California legislature made with the chancellor. They agreed to start putting money back into the system, and that's not what's being happened. So, you know, it's really so important that we're coming together today to keep the cost of education down. If you look at statistics, you'll see that the rate of tuition, the cost of higher education, is increasing substantially with the amount of inflation. It's not fair. It's way unbalanced right now. So it's important that we come together and fight to keep the cost of education low and affordable. Right now, we as a CSU system, we're the largest education system in the entire world, especially in the country. We're definitely the largest, and so it's just so important that we make sure that public education is affordable, that students have access to get into college, and that they're able to graduate with a short amount of time. It's also really affecting students who are in high school now, not able to get into college. We saw a couple weeks ago that 10,000 students are going to be denied access into the CSU system. If it were just a few years ago, this could have been us. We're seeing it across the board, so it's so important that we fight for students who have not yet been able to get into the CSU system, that we make sure that they are given the same access that we were given as students. So I want to thank you for coming out here today. Our ask of you is that you go to the back, fill out some postcards. They look like this. They say, "Vote to fund our future." What we're doing today is we're trying to collect as many postcards as we can. If you can please just write your name, we're targeting Jim Silva today. He's down the street from us, and we'd really like him to fully fund the CSU system. It's what they said that they would do. So if you could please just write your name, write how these budget cuts are affecting you, whether it be class size, whether it be summer school, whether it be your lack of access into the classes that you need to be able to get out of here. We please just ask you to write that down so that we will deliver it directly to his office on Thursday. So thank you so much for coming out. I know it's a really busy time with finals and projects. It's so important that we're here today, and I want to thank you for your time. This time I'd like to call up Chris again.
Thank you very much. Let's give another round of applause for your ASI President, Aaron Swetland. The next person I'd like to introduce has been an amazing member of the Long Beach State community. He's always there to help out students and make sure that whenever we have a problem, that we always have resources to deal with it. So at this time, please give a warm welcome to Vice President for Student Services, Doug Robinson.
Good afternoon, everyone. They gave me 2 minutes, and if you know me, it's difficult for me to even say hello in 2 minutes, but I'm going to speak quickly because this is such an important issue. And it may seem like a counterintuitive notion when you look around and you see what's happening in the society that we would be here protesting budget cuts. But it is about a competition, and it is about getting a message to Sacramento to ensure that our voices are heard, that people understand that the future is in jeopardy when we begin to continue to cut education, especially higher education, and especially at this campus. Now, some people may think that we haven't been involved in the reduction process so far. Nothing could be further from the truth. We've all taken reductions. We've implemented hiring freezes. We have travel freezes. We've reduced the amount of operating expense we have. And that can only lead to a lower quality education if that trend continues. I want to tell you about an email exchange I had last week with a young woman who is a senior graduating from a high school up in Los Angeles. All her life she's been looking forward to coming to Long Beach, and now she hears that there are 10,000 students who are going to be denied admission. And the only thing I could do is engage in this discourse with her to tell her to continue to apply and to continue to apply to multiple institutions so that she could find a campus home. But her dream of coming to Long Beach is beginning to fade. When she shared with me her grades, she's a good student. When she shared with me her test scores, she's a good student. But we can't continue to allow everyone who is qualified to come here to come here. So we're breaking our promise to the citizens of California. Now, you have to be in touch with the people that we're sending to Sacramento to solve this problem. They've got to solve the problem. And we've got to do our work, and that's to continue to educate you. So, when you ask me, how is this affecting the Division of Student Services, I'll tell you. Students are having to wait 2 and 3 and 4 weeks for an appointment, and counseling and psychological services. That's not acceptable. We have to really understand the impact that these cuts are having on this wonderful institution. And if you love this campus as much as I love this campus, then you will fill out one of these cards. And by the way, Terry tells me that when you fill out the card, you can exchange it for a snack. So if you believe in Long Beach, if you believe in this university, if you believe in yourselves and the future of California, you'll join in with this fight. Thank you very much.